Hey there, Alan here, and I've got an interesting one for you today. This is Alan from RVAcrossAmerica.net, and Josh the RV nerd has broken the mold, and I need to expand on that a little bit before I really get to the meat of this post and detail for you exactly what I'm talking about. Josh the RV nerd is somebody you may or may not know about. He's a personality, if you will, on YouTube. He is the spokesman for Bish's RV. Bish's RV is a nationwide RV retailer. They have about 27 stores, at least according to Google online. And they're overall a pretty good retailer. They're pretty good. Josh, I believe, is based out of Michigan. He was a in management at an RV store that was taken over by Bish's, and he became the spokesman for Bish's. So he makes videos largely talking about campers and trailers and RVs and motorhomes and things like that. And he also delivers RV updates for the industry, indicating how things are proceeding. And he generally has pretty good information. But I also realize that as a spokesman, much like back in the Stone Age when I was growing up, Motor Trend, you could say, was a magazine that was a spokesman for the automotive industry. And one of the things that Motor Trend did was reviews of various cars. They would review certain models of Chevys and Audis and Saturns and other vehicles, Pontiacs, whatever, Chryslers. And one of the things I realized in Motor Trend is that they would never give a bad review. And that was, of course, because Motor Trend accepted advertising and they were accepting money from people that he was reviewing. So certainly he's not going to give, Motor Trend is not going to give a bad review of a vehicle that's being advertised in their magazine. Well, Josh is very similar in that respect. When he goes out and does a review on a Forest River or a Thor camper, and you all know what I think of Forest River and Thor, and it's not real positive, you can expect that Josh is going to be very careful in choosing his words and be as positive as absolutely possible. Because when you look at his dealerships and any RV dealerships, they're going to be populated mostly with Thor and Forest River campers. Remember, Thor and Forest River are these giant umbrella companies that there are literally dozens of companies underneath their name. When you hear Cherokee, Riverstone, Coachman, they're all Forest River. When you hear Jayco, Keystone, Dutchman, Heartland, they're all Thor, and the list goes on and on and on. So, as the spokesman, you would expect, since Forest River and Thor are the majority of the industry, that the majority of what Josh should be talking about would be Forest River and Thor products. And that probably is the case. I haven't really taken the time to look in great detail at what he does, but that is the gist of what I got. And it's not a criticism of Josh, it's just who he is and what he does. And his job is to be the spokesman for Vicious. So he came out with a video the other day that frankly floored me. It floored me. It was a video of a factory walkthrough, and the factory he chose was Northwood. And the post that I'm making here, and you'll be able to link to Josh's video through it, is rvcrossamerica.net/Northwood. Now, Northwood, you may or may not know, is the home of Arctic Fox, Fox Mountain, Nash, and 2 miles down the road, Outdoors RV. They're all under the Northwood umbrella. And they're a small manufacturer. When I was a salesman for a dealer in Casper, Wyoming, I learned that when the manufacturer's rep came in to speak with the sales manager and said, well, we're doing a run of F-28 RKS units. How many would you like? I would speak with the rep, and I discovered that their total run for the entire United States was less than 100 units. They built 75, 80 units, and that would be it. I guarantee you that if we're talking about a Jayco or a Coachman, you might add a zero to that, possibly two zeros to that. In other words, Jayco and Coachman and other companies under Thor and Forest River's umbrellas are capable of producing and interested in producing far more than anything Northwood ever produced. My point being that Northwood doesn't make a lot of campers. So what that means to somebody like Josh is where he's got 27 stores and at most a handful of them have Northwood dealerships, either for Arctic Fox or for Outdoors RV or possibly both. Um, there's not a lot of product being delivered, so that by Josh doing what ended up being a hour and a half, a 90-minute video on the Northwood factory tour, he was devoting an awful lot of time to a company that doesn't make a whole lot of campers and can't possibly make Bish's a whole lot of money. So I had to think about, well, why was he doing this? And it clearly is because he recognizes that there's something going on in the RV industry that needs to be talked about. And he's honest enough to go out and do a 90-minute video in Northwood. The first 23 minutes were dedicated to the Northwood chassis. Now, the Northwood chassis is unique because Northwood, Arctic Fox, and Outdoors RV and Fox Mountain are the only trailers that are built on their own chassis, in contrast to the big boy that builds the chassis and the frame for everybody else in the industry. So I don't care if it's a Brinkley, an Alliance, a Riverstone, a Keystone Montana, a Keystone Fusion, a Coachman. They're all built on the same manufacturer's chassis. And I'm not going to say anything about that manufacturer. I'm going to go back now to Northwood. Northwood makes their own chassis. And in the first 23 minutes, Josh explains what makes that chassis different from everybody else. That was impressive. And again, this is from a manufacturer that can't possibly make enough campers if Josh were to come out and say, we really think you should be buying these, to supplant all of the business and all of the manufacturing capability that Indiana has, because the Northwoods are made over in Oregon. So they're on a totally separate end of the country. And Josh had to travel there in order to do that. He spent the remaining 70 minutes of the video explaining the fabrication of a Arctic Fox, how it is built up from the chassis, and what makes the Arctic Fox different from all the competition. The use of real wood, the use of dual pane windows, the use of a heel truss system in the roof, the way they are manufactured, the PDI process, the way they are inspected at the manufacturing plant multiple times before they leave the manufacturing plant. And I know, having been a dealer for Outdoors RV, there's a requirement as to the kind of PDI that the dealer has to do. All of this means that you, the consumer, are going to get something which is ultimately more reliable and built better than everybody else. Now, he does, in all fairness, explain that there are some things that Northwood does in overlap with everybody else, and that's fine. But the thing that I found interesting is that he would devote this amount of time to a manufacturer that, even if he committed all of his resources to selling it, they couldn't supply the product. They don't make that many. So that made this video highly impressive to me. It's also interesting that about the 1 hour mark, I've mentioned this before, and I talk to my clients about it as an RV concierge, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. I've mentioned to my clients that Forest River, cynically, I believe, created a line a few years ago called the Arctic Wolf. And I believe that that's because they think that the average American doesn't know the difference between a wolf and a fox. So Josh, at one point at the 1 hour mark, Freudian slip, referred to the Arctic Fox as an Arctic Wolf. That only happened once. He corrected himself a couple of minutes later and continued referring to Arctic Fox. Understand that there is a difference. The Arctic Wolf is a Forest River product, and if you watch my other videos, you'll find out what I really think about the Arctic Wolf. And the Arctic Fox is a Northwood product. I'm in a Northwood product right now. This is the Outdoors RV. My camper is pushing 9 years old. My camper has been unbelievably reliable. Yeah, I've had a few issues that I'm going to talk to you about in the near future in between years 8 and 9, but nothing that isn't entirely expected, and nothing that deals really with the absolute construction of the camper. It's the components. Components age, and components need replacing. And that's the stage that I've reached in my camper at this point. And I'm trusting that after a certain amount of money is thrown at it, it'll be good for another several years. I continue to question myself and say, if something happened to this camper, what would I replace it with? And the Arctic Fox 32-5 is the only thing that comes to mind. It's the only thing that comes to mind. And frankly, what Outdoors RV did back in 2017, which is when this was built, it's a 2018 model, um, they beat them. So I'm happy I've got the Outdoors RV. It's a 30 RLS. It's an exceptional machine. Anyway, um, I mentioned my concierge service and what I do for my clients there. I am their guide by their side who also has their back. And if you're interested in learning more about what I do, because I'll work with a client from beginning to end, from advising and consulting straight through to locating campers that would fit the bill, negotiating for them, getting them best possible price, and then staying with them through the closing, either go to rvcrossamerica.net or call me at 307-269-2546 Mountain Time, very soon to be Pacific Time, starting October 1 or thereabouts. I'll be out in the Pacific Time Zone. I'm going back to North Idaho. I'll be skiing this winter. I'll be at Lookout Pass. Feel free to look me up and take a lesson or just take a run with me. I'd be glad to meet you and take a run with you. And it's going to be a fun winter. There's no doubt about it. As far as the RV industry, you know where I stand on Northwood. I'm very pro Northwood. I'm very pro the Arctic Fox. I'm very pro the Outdoors RV. I hate sounding like a broken record to my clients on it, but when you look at everything else, and there are a few boutique manufacturers that I will work with my campers on, my buyers on, and help them to get. And I'll even help them to get a Forest River or a Thor if that's what they really want. The Northwoods really do fit a bill. And if the floor plan at all works for my client, then we're going to move forward and see what we can get them. And very often a used one. Because again, remember, buying new is not really a good idea. Buying new, there is a steep depreciation curve at the first couple of years of ownership. You don't want that. So with that thought in mind, please go over to rvacrossamerica.net/Northwood. I want you to take a look at that Josh the RV Nerd video that I've got linked in there. I've also got linked in there a couple of other links that detail this camper, both when it was brand new and a few months ago when it was 8 years old, and explaining the what makes them different, explaining the nature of what makes them and what makes them different, and why I believe it's a very good choice. Anyway, Alan here, rvcrossamerica.net/Northwood. You have a great morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you see this.